1 minute, players and referees. 1 minute, players and referees, please take the field.
Good morning and welcome to Tuggerah Sporting Complex. This morning we have a game between the ACT Raiders and the Northern Eagles under-12s girls. Beautiful morning here at Tuggerah. A little bit windy, but good to see the rain has disappeared and the sun is shining for a lovely finals day. And this is where the tournament is decided. We have the tap off here between ACT tapping off. We have Corbett here driving the ball forward. This is Evans. Evans, nice little straight drive. Just touch there made. Nice little quickie play. This is Evans with the ball again. Corbett, and that is touch 6. We will shortly be joined here by the Mr. One and only James Preston. And the Eagles driving the ball forward, away from their box. Numbers are a little bit hard to see here this morning with the sun, but we'll do our best. Nice little pass out to the link and a good touch there, and that's a set of 6 again. So with the under-12s, you'll see a bit of end-to-end touch football, mainly in the middle third with this age group. Once again, we have McClay driving the ball forward. This is Evans. Nice little drive to the box, and we're getting some fresh subs on. Nice little drive, made a lot of ground there. Nice little drive there. This is Harley with the ball onto Nuss. Back to Hartley. Passes out to Aiken. Aiken out to... Sorry, we do not have the 12 on our list. Plays the ball. They've got the numbers on the short side. Unlucky. Just a drop ball. So Eagles working off their line. They'll probably come to their box here. Nice drive up the centre. Eagles getting fresh legs on. Another nice drive down the sideline. Here comes the fresh legs on. They'll look to shift to the middle. Nice little scoop down short side. This is the 6. Staffield passes off. And DeBono, nice little penalty there. So there's a first chance for a repeat set for the Eagles. Let's see what play they got. We see a lot of rooster plays and sweeper plays in this age group. It's a nice little short side rooster play, but unfortunately could not handle the ball. So we've got the ACT Raiders working off their line. Nice little press defence here by the Northern Eagles. Shooting well in twos. Good defence here by the Eagles. Once again, they move up hard. And we have, coming into the commentary, I'd like to welcome Mr. James Preston. Welcome, mate. How are you today? Yes.
Touch on here as well, and we've just had our audio restored there, so apologies if you haven't been able to hear us for the last few minutes. It's always good to get the cobwebs out nice and early, but fantastic to have your company here, and a big thank you to David as well for holding down the fort to start this match. It is a good one here between the ACT Raiders and the Northern Eagles in the 12 girls competition. Live from the Central Coast Regional Sporting and Recreation Centre here in Tuggerah. Of course, 50 years of junior regionals.
Yeah, it's our 50th year anniversary this year, so there'll be a little extra activities going on throughout the year with New South Wales Touch.
Great little break down the short side here as well. There's danger signs just for a moment for the ACT Raiders. Still quite a few plays left in this set as well. However, commentators curse left behind and incorrect play the ball, David.
Yeah, incorrect play of the ball, and they're the little things that can really hurt this age group. If you keep the possession, once we see another one change over again, like we said, keep the possession, and it goes a long way to winning these games in the under-12s.
I'll tell you what, you hear it in every level, just about every sport, whether it's the NRL, touch football, even soccer. If you maintain the ball, you've got a great chance of winning. And on this occasion, it is the opportunity here for the Northern Eagles. They're just slowing things down a little bit, asking the defensive line to push out. Comes off here and away from De Bono. Back to the middle as well now, just holding things up a little bit. Staffield is there with the ball. Now they'll drive forward. The dive comes from fair distance, but they do get the touchdown just in time. So once more a change of possession. And of course, 25-minute matches here at Junior Regionals. No half times, and we do simply have sides changing direction once a try is scored. As they'll come wide once more here through Staffield. Staffield nearly evading the touch. Good stuff in the end there, though, from Sadie Cannell. And now driving forward once more, it's Oland. Still a couple of plays here for the Northern Eagles. She's had an opportunity down the short side. They didn't even have a look, though, but Kieran McCowan had stacks of space.
Yeah, there's a lot of space down the short side. It's quite interesting to see with these little girls. They just seem to go one out, but I'd like to see the coaches try a little rooster play or something like that, just to change it up a little bit.
Wait to see as well if we do get one of those wraparounds. It's an oldie but a goodie. Takes me back to... not that I was born, but the 1980s, when I heard plenty of stories from my dad playing up against Terry Lamb.
Yeah, that's what they used to play, the old rap. That's all it used to be back in the day.
Let's see what the girls can produce here. Nice big dummy, but well read in the end there from the opposite number one. That was Andy Caird, who came up and got the touch on Ella Nuss, but that will be the end of the set here. So the Northern Eagles looking to breach this defensive line and see if we can get our first points of the match. Tryless at the moment as Fernando, should I say, takes it forward. Port Macquarie Jr., one of just two players from beautiful coastal city in this Northern Eagles side.
Yeah, I do have to say it's a beautiful town. It's my hometown as well, James, so beautiful country up there.
Last play now for the Northern Eagles, all ball back on the inside, look forward by a mile, and it is indeed called that way. I mean, we've been talking a lot about potentially having ball technology to assist with forward passes, but when you see something like that, you don't exactly need it. Tom Brady might have been out there for just a moment.
Yes, yeah, old forward passes. You'll probably see a fair few today because there is a bit of wind about. Be interesting to see if the referees are really onto the forward passes at the ruck, especially when we get to the older ages.
There's nothing wrong with that one, though. Clear and back, and nearly all the way through. Had a retreating defensive line. Play the ball comes reasonably quickly as well. Barry shifting it off. Last play now here for the Raiders. What can they conjure up? Oh, the touch comes in. It's a nice one as well. Nuss thought she was away. Now just confer here. I think this might be another set of six. Yes, it is. Coming the way of the Raiders. So Lucy Nuss to touch it and get back into the action. Nuss takes it forward. First touchdown. Galang. Out here on this left-hand side. They come her way now. Threatens to link up with a long ball and just a little bit of miscommunication there. Lucy Nuss wasn't expecting the ball. And you would have thought Eloise Hartley would have been the key target there, David.
Yeah, they got a little bit panicky there and they decided to go open side. They could have ran a couple of little quickies there to set it up. But unfortunately got a little bit impatient and they tried to go wide early.
Well, speaking of impatience, that's a bit of a coach killer there. I can't imagine Mel Legend would be thinking that's particular, or should I say Amanda Corbett would be thinking that's particularly what she'd be wanting from her side, but it is the Eagles now who have a chance to go back on the attack here. Now, of course, we don't have an official timepiece at the ground, so the clock on your screen is merely a guide. We're roughly halfway through here, and, well, for just a moment, we were thinking Tilly Sinclair might have been halfway through, but she's left it behind. And now Lucy Nuss, who's been heavily involved in the last 5 minutes, takes this touch. A little bit slow here with the transition, though. There's now no support whatsoever. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, forward and also never getting behind the play of the ball. That's going to be quite an awkward situation for them, and of course they do turn over the ball.
Yeah, I like the rucking sets that the Eagles have got. They're making ground quite easily. It's just them polish the finish at the end of the sets that they need to fix up.
There's a few dangerous customers on both sides, of course. Staffield is definitely one to watch for the Northern Eagles. So is De Bono, operating in that central passage and also spending a bit of time at link as well. The Eagles will come away with it here once more. Into enemy territory now. Nice driving run forward there from Lucy Millard, the Taree junior. Forceful contact. Will that go against girls with the ball? And it will indeed. It looks like no. Just a bit of a warning here. And then ruled for offside. Replacements coming back into the defensive line here for the Raiders, though. Millard drives forward, trying to opt for a little wrap around. The great dummy comes, but a good touch as well from Aitken. It was an important one, otherwise the try was looming.
Yeah, they're just running their middle plays, but they're running a little rooster ML set up on the short side, which with both there, they had both sweeping, so that was an interesting play off the ML setup.
Well, here is Millard again. We'll see if they can actually get it out. They're certainly set for it numerous times in this match so far, especially in this set too. Another touch comes. In fact, they will still have a few plays left though. Away here through to Legend. And now it is the last here for the Northern Eagles. They're spread out to this open right side. Will they come that way? Oh, the pass though, just not finding its mark, and that pretty much sums it up what we've seen so far from the girls. There's plenty of skill on display, but it's just the execution at the death.
Yeah, it's just that polish, like we said. It's just that final play to get them over that try line. And like I said before, the driving patterns are good. It's just them last couple of plays that they can't be clinical with and finish off the tries.
Millard comes up for the touch. This is a better transition here as well from the Raiders. Been a little bit sloppy in terms of getting to their box, and our commentators, Kirst, have just given them a wrap. And straight away, ball left behind. We'll have another change over here. So it's a bit of battle stations at this point. Complete arm wrestle with neither side being able to crack their way through, although Millard got very close for just a moment. Now, will they say that's off the mark, though, with playing it? Yes.
Yeah, step off the mark there.
Well, Millard's got those big, rangy legs, and sometimes it's hard to just pull up that quickly.
She is a tall girl for this age group, and another turnover. So once again, it's just that completion rate. Both sides are turning over cheap ball.
Well, this time, Millard gets to play the ball right. One thing she does very well is manage to get the opposition on the back foot when she takes a bit of a run and drives at the line. So they've still got plenty of plays in this set here as well. Fanned out to this open right-hand side. They just want the defensive line to come up off their try line, but unfortunately once more leaving the ball behind, and I'll tell you what, Mel Legend would not be thinking that's a legendary play at all.
No, not a legendary play, and once again it's just end-to-end, isn't it? It's end-to-end and completion. This age group, they play a lot of the game in the middle third.
Let's see if they can get up over halfway here though. Nice little dummy. Just made the defence stop for a moment there, did Cannell. Still driving forward as Haas. Links up nicely here. This will be the last, so if they can finish this set, I'm sure there'll be some happiness from the coach. Yes, and of course, no try forthcoming, but good to see the girls working their way upfield and completing that set.
Yeah, now Eagles have got to go all the way out the other end to try and score a try. They didn't complete about 3 sets in a row there, the ACT Raiders. Gave over cheap ball, so now the Eagles have got to work it off their own line.
Well, it's very much like we've just had Anzac Day, a battle in the trenches, just slowly encroaching forward and just trying to gain that middle ground there, because at the moment, as you mentioned, it's all being played in that central third.
Yeah, I think we've got a 7 on here, so this is a good chance for the ACT Raiders. They haven't had a good chance for a good 5 or 6 sets. So let's see what they've got online now.
Yeah, starting from good field position here, right on halfway. That New South Wales touch football logo is, of course, 50 years of junior regionals and getting better every year, if I say so myself. Here is Lucy Huss now, offering it off to Fernando. Out to Corbin now, who is caught with the ball. And they had options out on this commentary side of the field, but they've gone short side once more and ultimately just didn't have the numbers. It was an interesting play from the Raiders.
Yeah, they just need a little shift wide, and it'd be interesting to see if there's a really sharp, fast girl here and she can just run around the outside of them on one of those last plays.
You fancy so far from what we've seen, that might be Millard. She seems to be the quickest for the Eagles, although this is a nice little driving and jinking run there from DeBono, the Taree junior. Ball back to DeBono now. Just looking to link up with someone, anyone. Great evasive skills as well. In fact, there might be Staffield out there. Yeah, it is Staffield in the 6. And now away here to Donovan. Donovan will take the touch. This will be the last now. Staffield getting the ball away. Quick hands. Oh, the pass coming just after a touch, though. That was looming nicely for them.
Yeah, that looked like it could have been a try, but they've pulled it back. Referee said they didn't get enough advantage. I thought they could have played on and then come back to the penalty, but Mr. Referee's always right, and Eagles have got a good chance here.
Well, that's your story, and we're sticking to it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But, of course, if you do pass the ball after the touch, you are pinged up, but obviously the first indiscretion there happened to come from the offside players. So another set of 6 still to come here for the Northern Eagles. Offered away now. Tasman White shifts from right to left and brings it to Staffield. Just slowing things down. Donovan takes the touch. And once more here with White. White comes from left to right though. Just looking to open up half a gap. Just wondering who has got that X factor for them. They need something here. The Northern Eagles girls. Staffield might be the one to deliver it. She drives forward. This is now the last though. They've got to get those quick hands moving, but stepping up nicely and making the touch is Emily Evans.
There's the rooster play that we've been asking for, James, but the little lead player just didn't look around for the wrap play. I reckon it was on just a little give around for the wrapper and they could have had the overlap.
Now, for those who are new to watching touch footy, can you break down exactly what the rooster play is?
Yeah, so a rooster is a glorified name for just an old wrap, basically. So they'll run a strike dump. It might be on the link, like a 4-on-3 play. And they just give to a lead runner, and then it's just the dummy half will wrap around, and they'll look to, if the defence collapses and shuts down, they will look to give to the wrapper and ball play, or they could dive straight at the toucher's legs or the person that affected the touch.
Well, let's see if they produce it once more. This is, of course, pretty early in the morning, but never too early for chicken or a rooster for that matter, so that might be me coming out with a bit of hunger. I can smell my bacon and egg roll wafting into the nose. Now, they will get another set of 6 here, I'd imagine. Yes. So the Northern Eagles taking full advantage of some offside markers. Now, start this one from very close to the opposition try line. Not a great deal of time remaining in this match either. We'll pop up the exact time for you in just a moment. Of course, you can see at home. We do like to make sure that we are keeping you across everything. The ball comes over the top. However, the runner had gone well through. Unfortunately, Tasman White, she spotted a gap, but the run itself was not spotted by her teammate. They will get another opportunity here, though. This will be Fernando, who dumps it off to Gillard. Of course, the election is coming up. We've previously had a Gillard as a Prime Minister here. And we'll see if we can get something big on this occasion. Yes, Staffield finally finds an opening, dives over in the first try of the match, and you can see the Northern Eagles girls, they absolutely love that.
And as we could see there, James, just as we said before, just passing to the wrapper, creating the overlap, and the winger released out to the own winger, and the link went through on the nice little ML Rooster play. Well done to the Eagles girls. They did threaten for a long time, so the possession, I think, just ACT had to crack.
Well, I was mentioning Staffield might be the one to break it for them, and here she is. So diving over, she's looked very good, and of course there you can see the change of direction from these two sides. That's how we're operating at the junior regionals, 25-minute matches, and whenever a try is scored, the sides will change the direction they are running on the field. I don't know how much that will help them. Of course, there is a bit of a breeze blowing. Just something to be mindful of for both these sides, though. Last play now for the Raiders. and caught right on the line. So they'll work towards this substitutions box. Try and get a clean transition on here. However, the pass is forward, so they won't even get the option to do so. Having just scored the first try, they'll now invite the Raiders potentially back into the contest here as well. Now, according to our timepiece here at New South Wales Touch and also on Bar TV, we've got about 6 minutes left to play in this one. Of course, that is merely a guide, though. Our official timekeepers will be on the ball, so to speak. And you could well see that wrap up a minute before or after. It just depends on that key little difference there. And the touch comes across, however, once more, all offside. So a lot of opportunity to keep pressing against this line. What's the call here, David? Do we see another Rooster play, and this time with the Raiders going over, or?
Yeah, I think we will. This age group, I think nearly everybody in touch football runs a Rooster play. But it seems like the ACT girls, they're just one out. I'd like to see a little bit of a change up from them, or they may try and run a quickie play, but...
Numbers out here on this short side, and the Northern Eagles girls on the sideline go up. That was good defensive pressure up and in. They don't have to hold out for too much more.
No, nice tight defence there by the Northern Eagles. With this age group, they don't have them long passes, especially in the female divisions, so nice tight defence there by the Northern Eagles to force a passing.
Well, a good touch coming there from Willow Barry as once more they head towards this sideline to get the transitions working quite well. And that's actually not a bad one at all from the Northern Eagles. And they can continue the roll on here. So this is good stuff from them. One of their better sets of the match so far. The dummy comes away from Sinclair. This will now be the last. And once more back to Sinclair, who drives deep and earns her team another set of 6 here. So a really good set on that occasion from the Northern Eagles.
Yeah, very good set. Very good driving, rucking pattern there by the Northern Eagles. And they made it nearly all the way to the other end, but they got what they deserved on the end of it. A nice little penalty, give them a repeat set.
Here is Sinclair now. She wants the opposition to come up and try and make that touch. Of course, you can't sit on your try line. You do have to come up to that 7-metre mark or you will be penalised. Sinclair once more at dummy half. Shifts it off to Millard. She's looked dangerous so far in this match. And there you go. There is the ruling. Not pushing up off the try line.
Yeah, so a repeat set here for the Northern Eagles. If they do get 3 repeat sets, they may force one on the sideline. That's a new 8th edition rule. 3 consecutive penalties. They may be defending with 5 players.
Now, when they do get a player potentially sent to the sidelines, how long is that for? Obviously, it used to be, I think, around 2 minutes.
No,
was the penalty.
So with the new rule, the 8th edition, it's only that set of 6 or a try. So as soon as the ball's turned over, the 6th person can come back on the field and they're playing with 6 again. You
very much have to make or take full advantage of that extra woman or man, as it might be, if and when that does occur. But at this point in time, Millard is simply trying to find an opening against the stacked defensive line here. Sinclair once more inviting them up. They're very much looking to try and get that extra woman overlap. Sinclair and Millard shifting it out here. I think that might be DeBona with it. Yes, caught, but once more we're going to see another set of 6 here. No player heading to the sideline so far though, but as you mentioned, David, they'll need to be careful. That's 2 in a row.
Yeah, one more. I think they may force somebody to pop on the corner for a set of 6.
Here is Sinclair. They're happy to just wind down this clock for all it's worth. This has been a very long string of possession here. As the pass comes, but certainly a touch there as well from the Raiders. So Fernando unable to add an extra try to the tally. But less than 3 minutes remaining according to our clock here at New South Wales Touch and Bar TV. Last play now for the Northern Eagles. If they can score a try here, that would drive the nail into the coffin. Fernando nearly left it behind altogether and then caught on the end. So that's a bit of a disappointing end to that set there for the Northern Eagles.
Yeah, they didn't throw much at them at the end of the set, but with the ACT Raiders, they've got to work it from the far corner. And as you can see, they're all trying to get straight to their box. So the Eagles could really press hard here in defence and keep them in their own half.
Yeah, it is important to get those fresh legs on, especially after doing so much defending. Certainly wears you down pretty quickly. Less than 2 minutes remaining now here for the ACT Raiders. They need to strike quickly, however, that's not the way to do it. Ball left behind on that occasion from Ella Nuss. And once more, good field position offered up here for the Eagles. Here is Millard heading towards the transitional subs box. Touch coming there on Fernando. They won't use him on this occasion. They haven't had to do a great deal of defending. Millard once more, flat pass to Sinclair. Touch comes, a couple of plays still left here. Fernando has them backpedaling. She drives deep toward the line, but a touch comes across just in time. That was danger signs just for a moment there.
It was. Eagles are looking sharp towards the back end of this game. There's a bit of end-to-end in the start of it, but towards the end, they're looking threatening.
Well, this will be the last play now. Fernando is an option once more. Well, they go to her here. She's looked quite good. However, that one's gone well over the head.
I'd like to see the Eagles ACT box side really press hard here and force them in the corner, but we can hear the siren in the background.
Well, that is the last play there. Perhaps the ACT Raiders weren't 100% across it because they simply went for the one-out play. They needed to find something, anything, and just keep the ball alive. But the Northern Eagles, they certainly won't be complaining. The first match of the day here on day 2 of Junior Regionals, the 12 girls. And it is the Northern Eagles 1-0 victors. Another match coming your way in just a moment, so don't go too far. It's only a few minutes away for that matter. The 14 boys are next. Sydney score.